Hey guys, welcome back to Vedas 1. Another short presentation here. Are you enlightened? So many people out there, they feel, I've already realized, I'm already fully spiritual, I'm already enlightened. What do we need? Books, teachings, prayer? You haven't realized the moment, the now. So this video is for you.
O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification which arise from mental concoction, when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. So a lot of people think they're already there. That's what blocks our spiritual prospects. Spiritual life is an evolution, a development, but it's like if you're running a race and the person thinks, oh, I'm already finished, I've already passed the finish line, but they haven't started, or they're only halfway, then that cuts off their ability to really complete the journey, so to speak. So a lot of people, they think, I'm already enlightened. Why do I need books? Why do I need a teacher? So their mind has developed some kind of philosophy which actually prohibits them from hearing from God what the actual standard of enlightenment, pure transcendental consciousness is. The definition is given here. Someone gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification. So this is a symptom. So the unique thing about Krishna consciousness is that there's symptoms of self-realization. How can you tell who someone is spiritually advanced or someone is a complete, we call kuyogi, or someone who's very much on the bodily lower level of consciousness? How can you tell? If you ask them, you could ask the person who's very much on the bodily platform who says, yeah, I'm totally enlightened. And if you don't have any system, you don't have any background of how to verify that, then what will you determine? Someone might go out and do something crazy or terrible or harmful, but they're saying, yeah, I'm already there. So how can you know? So in spiritual life, to have a standard, it becomes important and necessary. And the standard is given here, free from all varieties of desire for sense gratification. That means that one of the symptoms of a self-realized soul is they're not seeking or dependent on this, what the phrase is, sense gratification. Getting some, we would call it separate enjoyment just through the body. So people who are on a high spiritual level, they won't be on the same activities as someone who's not. For example, Prabhupada came to the West and he saw that these people are very addicted to various habits which are not conducive for self-realization. They block you, like eating meat, or intoxication, having illicit sex, meat eating, gambling. So these things are symptoms of our mind is still desiring some type of gratification. Now what's being mentioned here is when the mind is purified, where will it get happiness? It's not going to get happiness from those outside things. So those outside activities will not be present in the body of a sadhu. A sadhu will not be just going here and there trying to satisfy his senses, trying to eat very nicely, live very richly. Those symptoms won't be present. So you have to know the symptoms of determining one's, in other words, there's another saying, the face is the index of the mind. When someone's not feeling well, you can see it in their face. If someone's really happy, it shows. So by one's activities, their state of consciousness shows. So here, one who finds self and alone, that is the pure stage. They're relishing happiness from within. And that's only possible when they're experiencing a deep inner connection, some inner happiness. You might wonder, in the West, people work so hard for a big job. They spend, practically a quarter of their life, or half their life just doing education to get the job. Once they get the big salary, then they have so many bills because there's a huge house. That's their pursuit of happiness. Now and they're really stressed out. When people are earning a lot, they get really stressed. Now you take some more or less wandering, what we call mendicant. It's not a homeless person, because in the West, homeless people are generally addicted to intoxication. That's why they're homeless. But in the East, in Vedic culture, someone they're a wandering sage. They don't have a house, they don't have a car, they don't have a bank balance or anything, but they're feeling unlimited happiness from within. So it's completely paradoxical. You would think, how can this person be happy? They have nothing. And over here, this person's got everything, but he's so miserable. So this happiness from within, from the self alone, from the Atma. Atmani evatmana. The mind is finding inner satisfaction. That's what the Gita and the Vedas are teaching us, how we can tap into that inner satisfaction world, and then we avoid all of the unnecessary headache and trouble from trying to get the external satisfaction.